today. Can it get any better weather-wise than today? Oh my gosh. Where's the retractable roof when we need it? Just to open up and let the sunshine in. And if you're feeling fun and laughter and energy in the building, it's because last night we had an amazing Fat Follies. How many of you were there for that? Good. Those of you that were there, I sat in the back and I just basked in all of the glow and all of the fun and so many takeaways, except to say that, certain bodily functions will never be the same. They are tied to a certain individual, and those no, they're not lingering. They're gone. But those of you that were there can explain that to those that weren't. But Bubba appears once a year. Okay, so watch for Bubba. If you're curious, watch for Bubba. If you're joining us online today, welcome. We're so glad that you're joining us. And if you're able and willing, just put your name and where you're streaming in from. We'd really appreciate that. It's amazing to think that we have reach beyond the city of Coeur d'Alene. And so we're really, really glad that you're here. I'm going to ask Sina if she would come up and light our 2 candles this morning. This is our Christ candle, and we can call this our second Christ candle. These candles are a visual reminder to us of our aspiration as a spiritual community. And that aspiration is to live, love, and uplift lives. And I'm hearing the click of a non-functional lighter. Pray. We might need a new lighter. Thank you, Sina, for being willing to do that. But this candle is a visual reminder to us of our aspiration as a community to live, love, and uplift lives. And Christ consciousness is one of many expressions here that we use to do that. Christ consciousness simply being the awareness and the affirmation of sacred love and divinity in all beings and all of creation. So thank you, Sina, for doing that. So as we prepare to get started this morning, would you just join me in a word of prayer? So just taking a moment to breathe, to settle, and to arrive, and being reminded of the sacred presence of love that is present in everyone here. Calling to mind maybe what brought you here might not have been easy, might have been, but everything here is welcome in a community of love and acceptance and curiosity and compassion. And so knowing the presence of the sacred that is here, God, Spirit, Source, knowing the love that is here in all of its fullness and perfection, I just give thanks for these moments of togetherness that we get to spend together with each other. And so for that, I give thanks and call it good. Amen. And so it is. All right. One of the things we like to do here as we've shuffled on in, as you may have gotten settled and not had a chance to say hello to some people who are around you. So I'm going to invite you, if you are willing, you don't have to if you don't want to, would you stand, turn to some people and say hi, tell them how glad you are to see them, and then when you hear the music, we'll continue with our service.
Are you loaded down or not? Yeah, keep it up.
morning. My name is Donna Hodge. I had to look here to see, but they didn't fill it in. I'm not sure every day. You know, like Jim talked about last night, there's things sometimes that you're just not sure of. I'm Donna Hodge, and I am the celebration assistant for today. We want to welcome you to Unity. We're so happy that you're here with us. If this is your first visit, thank you for joining us. And we invite you to take an infographic card, which I said, what on earth is that? And I said, oh, that must be those new cards that are in the back, or in the back of your seats. So if you look for a seat that has those little inserts, these are an infographic card. So if you're here today for the first time and you want to know a little bit about what we're about, grab one of those. It's a quick reference about our spiritual community. If this is your first time joining with us online, we truly appreciate you and appreciate you spending your time with us today. To let us know that you're here, you can simply click the Connect with Us link. You can find it in the Synopsis tab of the website streaming window. It says you can simply do that, but if you're my age, that may be a challenge. But give it a try. If you're watching through YouTube and Facebook, the link is available in the menu on our website. You might have a better chance doing it that way. So our music team for today, we have Kelly Christensen and Julie Croteau doing our vocal this morning. It also says you're going to play the ukulele. Okay, so that's yet to come. On our piano, we have Rita Huber, and on our bass, Jim Turner. And the drums is R. Christensen. So we really appreciate that. And then we also want to acknowledge one of our volunteer teams, and today we're going to acknowledge our Family Promise volunteers. And that is, if you're here and your name is up there, could you please just stand briefly? Shauna Anderson, Dennis Burkhart, Lauren Kuvala, Sandra Efron. I always get this one wrong. Maida. Sometimes I get it right, but Maida Erickson, Kathy Freestone, Ernie Hawks, Bill Irving, Sienna Marie, and Beth Murphy. And then Tammy Savage also. There's more. Who are we missing?
I'm up there too.
Okay. Okay, so anybody that's on that team, and I am sorry I don't have everybody's name. Oh, there's a whole other page. Todd Neal. I'm going to give you all recognition. Todd Neal, Nancy Nelson, Judith Pinkerton, Tammy Savage, Donna Smith, Sally Smith, Jenny Taft, Sparrow Spicer, Janet Stevens, and Linda Sykes. And who? Okay, and that too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes we just say those, people, but I don't know all those. I know names, but I don't know what face it goes with. So it's, I think, nice to get a little bit of connection there. So prayer requests. At Unity, we believe in the power of prayer. If you have a prayer request, you can fill out a prayer request form, again, in the back of the seats, and put it in one of our prayer vessels that are in the hallway. We pray over them for a week, and then we send them to Silent Unity, where they will be prayed over for a month. And we have 2 prayer chaplains today. Could I ask the prayer chaplains to stand? Dave Croteau and Sienna Wise. Is that right? Did I get it right? Wow. Sienna Marie. Okay. Not to be confused with Sina. Right? There we go. Okay. So we thank you for that. They will be back in the nursery and the meditation room after the service. And if you've never prayed with someone, it's really nice to have somebody to join with you in prayer and let them pray for you. It really does make a difference. Our bulletin includes an event schedule along with descriptions of the various groups and activities that we have here at Unity. These events and groups are excellent ways to connect with others and foster stronger community relationships. I'd like to call attention to a few. And by the way, before we get to that, Friendship Sunday is also this week. It's the first Sunday of each month. And you can join us in the Friendship Hall after the service for our community potluck. So, to our announcements. And I agree with James. If you weren't here last night, you missed a really wonderful time. A lot of laughs and a lot of very inspirational talent. It was really a great time. So, again, our community potluck is today, as we just said. All are welcome. A new small group is forming to explore and practice Lynn Taggart's Power of 8 process. Whether you're familiar with the work or simply curious about the power of focused group energy, you're warmly invited to participate. Due to the nature of this work, this group size is limited to 12. So if you are interested, don't hesitate to sign up for that. Is there a sign-up sheet out in the hallway?
Actually, I don't know whether there's a sign-up sheet or not. I just know that they set a limit of 12 people, but I don't really know how they're determining that.
Okay.
As far as, first come, first serve or what.
You guys, you don't need a sign-up sheet. If you're interested, please come Thursday morning, 10 a.m. here. Just the data that we've collected, they show that groups that go larger than 12 aren't as effective. If we do have a lot of people that want to do it, we'll just do 2 groups. But initially, just come in person Thursday, and we'll just talk about what the group entails, what we're looking for, why it might be a good fit for you, those kind of things, and we'll get going on it.
Okay. Thank you so much. And may I ask your name?
Oh, my name's Greg.
Greg?
Yeah, Greg Anderton, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Greg. I'm Donna. Nice to meet you. And this is what I say. I don't know everybody, and I seriously doubt that all of you know everybody. So it's a good way to get to know people. Join Reverend Amber Boren for a free sacred space sound bath. This will guide you into a meditative state using soothing, immersive sound waves. And unfortunately, the time that is listed in the 6 to 7.
Amber told me last week that it's 7 to 8.
It's 6 to 7. Okay, we've got dueling times.
I was told last week to change it to 7 by Amber.
I was told yesterday 6 to 7. And that's what Amber has on her form that she submitted.
If you're here at 6, you'll be here at 7.
Exactly. Come early. Come early and visit, and then if it doesn't start till 7, then we'll be set. Please do not kill the messenger. It will be here in the sanctuary. And I'm sorry about that. Exploring the Mystical Christ Circle invites participants to dig into what the mystical Christ means in daily life and how this inner light expresses uniquely through each of us. And do we have Sunday, March 8th at 1 o'clock? I'm assuming in the back room or in here? One of the two. Just be here a few minutes early.
It's in the Friendship Hall.
Friendship Hall, thank you so much. Okay. Join Jim Turner and Scott McPhee for a St. Patrick's sing-along. If you missed out last week when they did their jam session, that was fun. For the few of us that did come, it was really fun. So this is going to be a rip-roaring, shamrock-shaking night of Irish Americana and folk tunes that are irresistible sing-along favorites. So I really encourage you to come. It was really fun just listening to them do their jam session the other night, and this will be geared around St. Patrick's Day. And then Judith Pinkerton has an announcement. Experience the healing power of sacred sound. Music is more than just a background melody. It's a divine tool for restoration. Join Judith, renowned music therapist and violinist, for Sacred Connections, prescribing music for the soul. This transformational workshop moves beyond entertainment to show how intentional music can lower anxiety, interrupt despair, and physically shift the body towards peace. In the workshop, you'll experience live violin meditations to quiet stress and awaken hope, uncover your emotional music profile to identify songs that harm versus songs that heal, discover your unique music personality and superpower traits. Leave with a personalized sacred sound prescription for daily resilience. It is Sunday, March 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. here at Unity Center, and or you can get it virtual live stream. There is a $55 cost in person or $30 if you're doing it virtually. Music isn't random, it's powerful. Come expect and leave equipped. And there is a registration link on the Unity website. And I believe that's all of the announcements. Thank you.
Donna, thank you. I don't know that I could have done that. Sometimes our services here feel like family meals, around the dinner table. Oh, this is whatever, So just know that all of these things are on our website. And if you just have any questions or things about it, you can find that information there. If you have space for one more announcement, I know you're probably like, enough already, please. Just one more announcement I have with you. So today is March 1st. Can you believe that? March 1st. Oh my gosh. Wow. Winter is just flying by. But with March is the coming of spring. And with the coming of spring is the waking up of plants in our landscape. And so I have here in my little hands a sheet that I'm going to circulate among you. And if any of you would be interested in joining a brand new landscaping team that we're going to be forming here, I would just invite you to put your name, email address, and cell phone number here. And the reason for that is there's just a lot of work that goes into keeping our grounds maintained, from cutting the grass to pulling weeds to just other things that are there. And just so you know, full disclosure, when I was interviewed here, they asked me if I'm willing to cut the grass, and I said I actually like mowing the grass. Of course, it's quite meditative, but the minister as the chief grass mower is not sustainable. So we're just gonna give the opportunity here to see if you're interested. You're not committing to anything. You're just saying, hey, I'm open to being a part of helping us do that here today. So I'm going to circulate this around, and I just want to thank you in advance for your interest in that. All right. Today, what are we doing? Okay, yes, we are. Today, I'm really looking forward to. It is our white stone ceremony. Did all of you receive a white stone and a pen to write on as you walk in? Did anybody not get one? Okay, we need to circulate the stones around, so maybe just keep your hand up and we'll get those to you here. Everybody needs a stone. Yeah. Yes, we're getting stoned. Donna, yeah, up here we've got some, okay? Yeah. If I could save a nickel for every time I've heard we're going to get stoned today. Yeah, there we go. All right. While those are being passed out, just to put this in context, last week we had a fire ceremony, and many of you participated in that. A burning bowl fire ceremony, yeah, and it was an opportunity for us to honor and recognize the changing of the new year in the Chinese calendar. And that Chinese New Year is, we'll let those stones go ahead, and I think we got some more there. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Last week we participated in a burning bowl ceremony. where many of us had an opportunity to come and offer to the fire something, someone, something that you're just wanting to release to the energy of the fire. Today's White Stone ceremony is a way of thinking about what do I want to welcome into my life? What do I want to come back to this year? And a little bit later on in the service, you're going to have an opportunity to write a word or maybe a phrase or whatever on that stone. And then we're going to have a special song, and during that special song, you'll have the opportunity to come and place this stone here on this table as a circle, in a circle around our Christ candle. You don't have to if you don't want to, because I realize this can be personal and something you don't want to do. But the reason for doing it around a circle is just a visual reminder that we're a community. And these acts of releasing to fire, welcoming and remembering in the form of a white stone is done in community. Spiritual growth and spiritual transformation is not a solo act. We need each other. And so I'm really excited to see just what these stones look like here. And then after you put your stones here, then there'll be an opportunity for you to come up after the service, get your stone, and then go enjoy some really good food together. So any questions about how that's going to work? All right. This week, though, in just getting ready for this, I learned something that was quite shocking. Unity Worldwide Ministries bases this ceremony on a verse in the book of Revelation. And when I went to it, I was like, what? This verse? I'll show it to you. See if it'll come up here. There it is. To them that overcome, I will give some of the hidden manna to eat, and I will give them a white stone, and on the stone a new name written, which no one knows except them who received it. That was a word uttered by Jesus in the book of Revelation. I don't know if you've been taught, but the verses around that verse are quite scary. And just, without getting too far down this rabbit trail, the book of Revelation is a book in the Bible that is a book of prophecy or apocalypse. It was written during a time as the Christ movement was just getting started in Rome and Greece and Italy and all of that. And followers of that way were experiencing intense persecution. They were being persecuted because they wouldn't acknowledge Caesar as God. They would acknowledge him as a ruler and all of that kind of stuff. But, there was a really close link to political leaders and divinity. That should be a warning for us today. Okay? There is a separation of church and state that is very much a part of the fabric of our consciousness as a nation. But anyway, because of that, they received incredible persecution. The book of Revelation was offered as a mythopoetic, revelatory imagery of persecution, but hope and overcoming that persecution. And the point of it is that the world was a mess in those days. And that's important for us to remember, because as we think about today and all that's going on in our world today, I hear things like, never before in the history of humankind has this happened. This is unconscionable. This is unbelievable. And we need to remember, no, that's not the case. What's changed today is we've got these little devices called cell phones and this little device called the internet, where people can snap pictures and record things and then splash it for everyone to see, along with their commentary. And it raises this sense of fear to like a fever pitch before. So what's changed is not human nature. What's changed is our access and visibility to human nature. And the corresponding fear that's there is palpable. And I trust that many of you feel it. And so coming back to what this white stone ceremony is, well, I'm going to stop here, and I just want to read to you. I'm so thankful for this book, The Holy Spirit's Interpretation of the New Testament, because if you want to be really brave, go and read the book of Revelation, chapter 2, in the original English translation. But this is a translation from the Holy Spirit's interpretation of the New Testament that I think is really helpful in understanding the metaphysical, spiritual message of what Jesus was offering these early followers of the Christ way. And I think they're just as relevant today as they were back then. He says here, this is Jesus, I want to look deep within you, with you, at the beliefs that you fear the most. They are the ones you hide by denying them, but you deny them because you think they are true. If you knew they were false, you would let them go. I want to look at them with you so you may lean on my strength and see that they are false. You may feel your fear and let it go with a giggle, because the light of your own heart shines brighter than darkness caused by confusion. When darkness is looked at beside the light, it is the darkness that must fade away. Put your fear of me aside, for your fear of me is but imagined. You imagine the confusion in you is truth, and that I will punish you for your confusion, but this is nothing but evidence that the voice of confusion has your ear. Put that aside. Know that listening to confusion can never be helpful, since it only leads deeper into confusion. Trust me enough to listen to me over the voice for confusion. Through this, you shall learn that clarity is clear, and confusion muddles all that is available to be seen. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear. You may choose trust, or you may choose fear. One is light, and the other is darkness. So one I will bring you joy, and the other will lead to suffering. Look carefully upon the choice that is offered you, and choose wisely with your heart. You know which choice to make. It is not a mystery, because you do know who and what you are. Choose with the heart, and then hold to your choice as a white stone that is precious, because your true name is written upon it and known as truth by you. Isn't that beautiful? I know that took a lot of time, but I hope that in reading that, it deepens your reverence and sense of respect for this ritual. This isn't just something we do because it's on the calendar every year and we do it. There is a deep spiritual meaning that this little ritual can go through. And so I want to invite you between now and the end of the service to just be listening with your heart. You don't even have to listen to me, even though I'll be talking. But listen with the voice of your heart as what word or what phrase is your true nature, your true essence, your true being. It may be, or your true purpose. And when you leave here today, you're going to be invited to take that stone with you and place it somewhere where you can come back to and be reminded about it. Okay? Now, this work of coming back to love is not easy. It may sometimes feel like God or the world or life or others are playing a cool trick on you. But the path to love, the path to our true nature, I love how Jim Finley says it, is that we die at the hands of love to everything that is not love until all that remains is love. I'll say it again. We die at the hands of love to anything that is not love, so that all that remains is love. Included in that process can be the thought of letting go of wishing you could have it back. Think of a loved one. Think of maybe an experience in church, maybe a child, maybe a parent, and something goes away. There's a longing and a wishing for something to be the way it was. Don't deny that. But look into that squarely and honor it. Honor the longing, because you know why? Here's the beautiful truth. What you long for also longs for you. It may be a connection to God. It may be a connection to your spiritual life. It may be something or other that you're really missing in your life, but what you long for longs for you. The pain of this process can also be thought of as shadow work. The shadow is a term that was introduced by the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung and popularized many times, but its presence shows up in sacred literature all the time. What is our shadow? Communities have it, and individuals have it. If it's true that we have divine light, sacred light burning within us, the brighter that light, the darker the shadow. Here's just a real simple way of thinking about the shadow. The shadow is what we refuse to recognize about ourselves and what we do not want others to see. I'll say it again. The shadow is what we do not recognize about ourselves and what we do not want others to see. The mind and the ego does a magnificent job of putting up a front that looks like it has all its stuff together and is polite, nice, everything. And we work so hard for others to see that. But here's where the real trauma comes in. As hard as we work to keep from others seeing it, we work just as hard to keep ourselves from seeing it. And so the invitation here is to, as our shadows are exposed, to bring them into your own consciousness of love, light, curiosity, and compassion. My friends, I believe more than ever, our world needs this. As difficult as things are, and this is going to be a difficult message today that may trigger some things in you, and I'm sorry if it does. It's not intended that way. But again, I want to invite us into a deeper looking within ourselves and a deeper looking in who we are as a community. Because just as humans cast shadows, churches cast shadows as well. And some of you have been a part of them. And we need to be conscious of them. So before we go on here, I just want to, do any of you know the Serenity Prayer? What is it? God, give me courage to change and the wisdom. Good. Does anybody know the rest of the poem? Huh? That's what? What? Yes, and there's a whole other section of it as well that isn't published, but that's not the point. Does anybody know who wrote that? Reinhold Niebuhr. Does anybody know who he was? He was a pastor back at the early turn of the century, okay? Reinhold Niebuhr also wrote another poem that I'm going to just guide us. I'm going to break it down stanza by stanza and guide us into this white stone ceremony and a waking up to a truer version of ourselves and a truer version of our nature, okay? He writes this: nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope. What's your relationship to hope? I know here there are many different experiences of hope, but the things that really matter most are things that cannot be achieved fully in our lifetime. That's why when we say here, we are here to live, love, and uplift lives, it's an aspirational goal. We'll never fully see it achieved and arrived. It's a constant working. It's a living, outward dynamic. So it is with your life and mine as well. As ones who aspire to live, love, and uplift lives, we're always going to be experiencing the expression of it. But here's what's important as we go along the way. Let the questions that you have question you. That's the poet Rainer Maria Rilke. As you think about hope, as you think about the things that matter most to you, as questions come up, let the questions question you. If we don't do that, the shadow works in us by projecting those questions onto someone or something else. But if we let the questions question us, we lead ourselves into a deeper sense of connection with Spirit and with the divine. Second, nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Faith. I'm going to come back to this quote here, "The truth is the truth, even if it's told by a liar." No, I'm not. I'm going to stop here, okay? Because This week, maybe 2 weeks ago, Unity Worldwide Ministries issued a invitation for all Unity churches to ban the writings of Deepak Chopra. Do you know why? Epstein. Yeah. All right. This part's going to be difficult. All right. So what about Deepak Chopra? What about Jeffrey Epstein? If you scroll your news feeds, you're going to get all kinds of chatter from Republicans and Democrats and independents and people expressing some kind of outrage over all of this. What I'm about to say to you, I say as a father of 3 children and a grandfather of 3 grandchildren, including 2 daughters and a granddaughter. And if any one of my children or grandchildren were to get caught up in what Jeffrey Epstein did, it may not be very pretty. Have any of you seen the Liam Neeson Taken movies? Yeah, that would be pretty lame compared to this man's reaction. But when I step back and I start thinking of this thing called the shadow, I start letting the questions question me, I start to realize that though I may have never done anything as outrageously and outlandishly as the people who were involved in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, I know that the potential for it exists in my heart. I used to do a lot of marriage counseling, and a lot of that counseling would involve someone having an affair. And the one spouse, and this is where it's so hard, the one spouse who was betrayed would say, I would never have an affair. And I would just think to myself, okay, we got some work here to do. Okay? Because again, these things, back to Epstein, what if what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein can become a mirror to the human condition? When I think of that whole thing, I think about 2 things. Number one, I think about the systems. I think about what's broken in our world that allows children to wind up with a person like that. And I'm an idealist. I think, wow, if every child was raised in a loving, caring home, maybe, just maybe, there would be no children available to get caught up in a sex ring like that. The second part comes into how could a person like Deepak Chopra do something like that? I don't know Deepak Chopra. I studied a lot of Deepak Chopra in ministerial school, learning New Thought spirituality, and there's a lot of stuff that's in there. But here's what I can tell you. I don't know him. I'm not going to pretend to know him or what goes on with something like that. But I am someone, as you know, who has spent 28 years of his life pastoring in large, and I mean thousands of conservative evangelical Christian churches. I was a music leader for many of those years, and I was a pastor for many of those years. I know the thrill and the rush of putting on a musical concert or delivering a sermon where the spiritual high and the energy is just palpable. And then people worship you as some kind of a god. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I've been a part of it many, many times. What's not talked about is what happens after that. The contraction. When you go home to a spouse and children who don't know you as this God-like person that people will put you on, but as a human being who gets up every morning, goes to the bathroom, says stupid things, harmful things. And that dichotomy, that energy, that expansion and constriction that happens, I think, are what leads people to do things like that. That doesn't justify it, but it does help to understand it. And I can only hope that, Deepak Chopra, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, all these people whose names are in there, that there may be some type of repair that can happen. I don't know. But I do know this, that there is an opportunity for us to, I think, awaken again to another way of being with each other. And all of this is part of a global construct against wokeism. Have you ever heard of being woke? Yeah. I was driving home from the mountains yesterday, and I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Political correctness offends me." And I thought, okay, all right, sure, I get it, President Trump said, I better invite the women's hockey team because if I don't, I'll be impeached. Was kind of poking the bear at political correctness. Here's what I would like to offer. We all have feelings. They may be different. They may be, you may have different experiences of them, but at the core of our being, men and women, we have feelings. Men are taught to suppress those feelings. Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't have needs. Be stoic, grounded, independent, have a mission and purpose for your life, and you will make tons of money and have any women that you want. That's out there on the blogosphere, okay? Women are taught to also suppress their feelings. We're taught that women feel things more than men, but women are taught to suppress things, particularly anger. And what we're seeing rising up is many things we're seeing rising up is a suppressed anger that's going on, and left unhealed within. Again, it gets projected onto other things and other people and other situations. Here's all I would offer. I don't know who said this. The truth is the truth, though, even if it's told by a liar. So what you want to do with Deepak Chopra is your business. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other. You look in your heart, and if you want to continue to read his stuff, great. If you don't, great. But the invitation would be, let it be your choice. Because this could be something divisive. They're still reading, you know what I'm saying? And by doing that, again, we just divide. So do with him as you please. We're adults here, and we can together in love navigate through that. All right, next one. Whoops. Nothing we do, no matter how virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Therefore, we must be saved by love. Love. And I love what Rumi said. Your task is not to search for love. All the love you need, all the love you have, is right here. But our task, therefore, is to search for the barriers that we have built around our heart to love. And I would offer you that one of those barriers is fear, if we're honest. We're afraid. Let's admit it with each other. Let's be brave and courageous to not talk about what we're angry about, but talk about what scares us. I love Idaho. Again, I had a chance to be in the mountains skiing this week. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love this place. I love this community and growing with you spiritually. And you also need to know there's a lot of part of me that's afraid of something new. Leaving a city, relocating over here, navigating new relationships and living arrangements and all that kind of stuff. It's scary. And sometimes that fear, if I'm not conscious, and oftentimes I'm not, will come out in my being short, belligerent, angry, pushy, manipulative. And that's where I need you to help me grow. And to just say, James, hey, come back. That's not who you are. I hope we can continue to grow in our ability to do that with each other. Lastly, he says, no virtuous act is quite as virtuous from the standpoint of our friend or foe as from our own standpoint. Therefore, we must be saved by this final form of love, which is forgiveness. Forgiveness. I received a gift this week, a gift from a saint in this church. Many of you know who they are, but they asked to remain anonymous because they mentioned this to me. And I said, well, I'm going to share this with the church because I think this is just amazing. This is like graduate level forgiveness. There's no shortage of information out there on what does it mean to forgive. Is it for them? Is it for me? Is it all that kind of stuff. But again, coming back to this idea, and if it's true that we really are one, if it's true that we really are love, if it's true that the pathway to love can contain both pleasant and unpleasant experiences that we tend to judge as good or bad. The mind does that, but always remember, when you say something's good and when you say something's bad, that's a judgment, okay? Saying something is unpleasant and pleasant or unpleasurable and pleasurable, that's an experience. And when we can start speaking together, speaking from that point of view, instead of from a place of judgment, we start connecting with each other. And here's what this person offered me. I'll just let you read it. I know a lot of you in here carrying wounds from your parents, how they failed you, maybe a spouse or a partner who betrayed you, maybe a child that abandoned you, a business partner who cheated on your business, whatever it is. We all have these stories that are there. You know, what would happen if we started to wonder, why should I forgive that person simply being for who they are? I don't know. But what I'd like to do now is just with all of those thoughts that are there, just go back now to this white stone. And in just a minute, we're going to do a little meditation. And then during the meditation, I'll invite you to write something on that stone. And then as you feel led, bring it up here to the altar. But I think we've got a meditation song, right, Julie? Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that.
Please join us in singing this song.
Just taking a moment to be still, and if not already, I just invite you to close your eyes and take a few nice deep breaths. And then just allowing your awareness to just turn inside as a loving, curious, compassionate witness. It's been said that we are simply the universe expressing itself. Love is an intelligence that seeks expression. How is love expressing itself through you? I'm just going to invite you to remain in this moment of prayerful meditation. And as you feel led, you can go ahead and write that word onto your stone. But take your time. We're going to go circle back and do this meditation chant again. But just let the stillness and the silence speak to your heart this morning. Heart of the world.
Good morning, everyone. Sometimes when James is up here and we're doing things like this, he talks about how he has the best view in the house, and he's totally right. It was really, really beautiful watching everyone come up and make this circle, and I had to remember something that Julie told me, that professionals can turn the emotions off, because I was about to cry. It was just lovely, so thank you all for your hearts. I'm going to play one of my songs called Comfort. It's about God. It's about the divine. It's about the thing we talk about here all the time that doesn't have a name, doesn't have to, and will come to us whenever we ask. Oh, how you soothe me. You take away my breath. You move through me, and you know me to my deepest depths. You're my comfort. You're my angel and my prayer. And I see you, yeah, I see you everywhere. Where can I go from you on the wings of joy, or the deep end of the ocean blue? You're there. Yeah, you shine your light, whether day or night. In the darkness, you're still holding me tight. There's no name for you, and the longer I'm here playing this game, the more I wanna stay with you. Yeah, you've saved my life now once or twice, and I am yours for the rest of time. For the rest of time. You hem me in. Yeah, you're nearer to me than my own skin. Oh, whisper to me how I love to hear you soft and low. I will take your hand and I will
you. All right. It's that time where we want to take our morning offering. So if you're online joining us, there's ways that you can give that are on there. And for the rest of you, just want to, again, thank you for your participation. Justin, would you be willing to help me move this table over just in front of the piano? This is beautiful. And if you still want to come up and put a stone here, it's okay. Just keep adding to the circle as we take the offering here. But would either you or Tracy be willing to take a picture of this? Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. All right. As our ushers come forward, let's just share our action statement together here. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I receive. Thank you for your generosity this morning.
Sometimes we drift into the night like helpless sheep without a shepherd. Then we awake and find the light, the love that brings us all together. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. There's not a place that we can go that God is not already waiting there. From mountain high to valley low, the miracle of love is everywhere. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. God is in my life. God is in my life.
Let's pray and bless our offering this morning. Knowing that divine love flows through us in all of its expression, including the giving of our resources, we just receive these offerings this morning collectively as a spiritual community in faith, in gratitude, in abundance and joy, knowing that these gifts will be multiplied in many miraculous and surprising ways for the purpose of living and expressing love in this community. And for that, we all give thanks, and I give thanks. Amen. And so it is. Thank you. Okay, it's time to bring our kids in, and they're going to share a little bit about what they've done. And then after they share, it's Birthday Song Sunday. So make sure we get ready for that. All right? So let's welcome our kids in today.
All right, today we did a big yoga session and some meditation so we could get ready and really drop into our white stone ceremony that we had. And they were so focused and just could not have just one stone. So, and then we talked about where we were going to put our stones. It was really sweet. So, who's got a March birthday? Please stand. Oh, Rita's got one. She can't stand. God danced the day you were born. The angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. God danced the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you. God danced the day you were born. The angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. God danced the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you.
Actually, our birthday folks can remain standing, and the rest of us will join them as we sing our peace song and have our closing prayer. And let the kids go back to their families, yes.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. All right, thank you so much. We'll see many of you at the potluck.